Hey everybody, Tech Chucker here, and today we are going to do a quick black wash on a small piece. I've got a couple more pieces that I need to do as well, but I'm just going to show you how I do my black washes. Some of the things that you need, obviously you're going to need some acrylic black paint. For this, because it's a smaller piece, I've got just a, looks like a 3/4 inch brush. Cup, I like to use a cup that can be thrown away. My wife, we've got 3 kids. My wife seems to have these little cups everywhere, so it's a little solo cup. I like to go with a smaller size cup. That way then I'm less likely to mix up too much. I don't like wasting a lot of my paint. And then some water. So let's get right to it. So make sure you shake up your paint. Hopefully this paint is still good. Put a little bit. I'm putting about, oh, it's probably half a teaspoon right now. I might do a little bit more because I've got a few more things to do. And I try to do close to a 50-50 mix, so it's good and watery. Might have done a little bit more. Oh, make sure you've got something that you don't care about getting paint on as your drop cloth, basically. And then you need something to stir, which I had. There we go. Stir it up. And you want it to be a pretty wet, drippy consistency, because you want it to be able to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And I know that there's been a lot of other tutorials out there on doing a black wash. Mine is pretty much copying a lot of that. So don't think that I made up this technique. Alright. So I actually need a little more paint, because that's not going to go very far. A little more water. Alright, so I usually can tell that it's the consistency I want if it can drip off my stir stick. And that's for the first coat. So one thing that you want to make sure is once you've poured your paint, put the cap on. It'll start drying and clogging up and you'll get chunks. And you don't want that. You want your paint to last as long as you can. So make sure you cap it as soon as you've used it. Alright, then we're ready to apply. So you're just going to get your brush good and saturated. See how it's really getting into those. See if you can actually see. It's really just kind of dripping into those corners and creases and whatnot. And like I said, you need to have a drop cloth because it's going to get messy. Alright, so make sure that you've checked every angle so that there's no major pink or whatever color your foam is sticking through. And just know that you're probably going to have to do more than one coat because this is such a thin coat. It's not always going to get, you know, all of that pink foam color covered on the first shot. But one thing to note, you can save a little bit of paint by not painting the surfaces that you know definitely are not going to be showing. So you can save a little bit of money there by reducing your overall paint application there. And then if you do have surfaces that are not painted, those can be the surface that you let it sit on and dry. All right, well, I hope this has been helpful.
Architecture's Brain Blast.